Hello friends, welcome to Examity and Smriti Notes for Biotechnology. In today's lecture, we will study about types of culture in plant biotechnology. Or we can also say different techniques for plant regeneration. There are 7 main techniques that are ovary culture, anther or pollen culture, organ culture, cell suspension, organogenesis, somatic embryogenesis, and micropropagation. So, before starting with types of culture, let's have an introduction and historical perspective of plant technology. The टोटोपोटेंसी बेसिकली इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि हम एक प्लांट सेल से एक नया प्लांट बना रहे हैं एक डिफाइंड आर्टिफिशियल मीडिया के ऊपर एक विद इन सर्टन कंडीशंस एंड एनवायरनमेंट is basically the ability of a plant cell to regenerate into a whole plant on a defined artificial nutrient media. And then in historical perspective, there were 3 phases. That is, first phase, the culture was isolated from the plant organs. The second phase, to develop nutrient media. And the third phase, introduction of foreign gene into crop plants. The 3 phases were taken place in different years. I've written a little bit about them. You can use them. And now we'll study in detail about the cultures. So the very first is ovary culture. ओवरी कल्चर एक वो टेक्निक है जिससे हम ओवरीज आइसोलेट करते हैं या तो पॉलिनेटेड फ्लावर्स में से या फिर अनपॉलिनेटेड फ्लावर्स में से. The protocol is we collect pollinated or unpollinated flowers from a healthy plant and then we wash them thoroughly with the tap water. After washing the flowers, we transfer it to the laminar air flow and then surface sterilize the flowers. Now dissect the pistil and take out the ovaries without damaging them. Now place the ovaries on agar solidified nutrient medium and then incubate the culture at 25 degrees Celsius for 16 hours. And then the harvest is produced. It has various importance, like it is used to study the early development of embryo development, fruit development, and is also used to study the effect of phytohormones on fruit development. Now next culture is anther or pollen culture. First let us see what is anther and what is pollen. Anther is a part of stamen which contains pollen and pollen is a powder which is discharged from flowers anther. Anther culture का मतलब हुआ जो कल्चर हम ऑब्टेन करते हैं बिना खुले फ्लावर्स की बड में से एक न्यूट्रिएंट मीडियम और एसेप्टिक कंडीशंस के अंडर उसको एंथर कल्चर कहते हैं. That means culturing of anther is obtained from unopened flower bud in the nutrient medium under aseptic condition to develop into callus tissue and give rise to haploid plants. Next is pollen culture. In this one, we extract the pollen from unnucleated stage under aseptic conditions and then culture them on the nutrient medium. Another important term is andriogenesis. That means it is the in vitro development of haploid plants which originate from totopoent pollen grains through a series of cell division and differentiation. And the nutrient media should be rich in sucrose, iron, vitamins and extra for the anther and pollen to grow. Factors which affect the pollen and anther culture are temperature. That is, in low temperature, the anther or flower bud enhances the haploid formation. Next is flowering time. That is, anther taken from the flowers at the beginning are more suitable for the anther culture. Next is photoperiod and light intensity and the age of the plant. That is, the anther from younger plants are more suitable for culture. The protocol for anther and pollen culture is I have drawn the diagram in the flow chart and given the explanation as well, so you can use it. I'll be explaining in just major points. So let's start. The first point is we collect the unopened flower buds and then surface sterilize them with 70% of ethanol. The anthers are removed from flowers and kept separately. And then at the stage of mitotic division, it is selected. They are inoculated in the medium which contained glutamine and N-serine like solutions. And then they are incubated at 25 degrees Celsius for 15 days. Then the embryos are grown, which are then transferred to rooting medium. And then for acclimatization, they are transferred to the greenhouse. This is the protocol for anther and pollen culture. The significance is pollen culture has a great importance is in mutagenesis studies. By both the cultures, haploid plants can be produced. Homozygous diploid plants are obtained by doubling the chromosome, and they give a high yield and are simple to perform. The next type of culture is organ culture. Organ culture is a type of tissue culture in which we isolate an organ for in vitro growth, and that organ can be used as an explant, and that organ can be in the form of a shoot, root, leaf, or a flower. This method is used to preserve the structure or functions which allow the organ to still resemble and retain the characteristic they would have in vivo. There are a number of methods that can be used for organ culture. The first is plasma clot. That means a clot that is composed of plasma and chick embryo extract in a watch glass. And this method is particularly used for studying morphogenesis in embryonic organs. The method is we mix 15 drops of plasma with 5 drops of embryo extract in a watch glass, and then we keep the watch glass on pad of cotton wool. Cotton wool is used to prevent the excessive of evaporation, and then place a small piece of tissue on the plasma clot. Next method is agar gel method. The medium used in this method is composed of salt solution, serum, as well as embryo extract. In this, the explant has to be subcultured every 5 to 7 days again. It is used to study the development of normal organs and tumors. When agar is used as the medium, no extra mechanical support is needed, and it does not allow to liquefy the support. This is the diagram for the agar gel method, in which the explant is kept over the agar gel on the watch glass, and the ratio of the serum is 7:3:3. Next method is raft method. In this method, the explant is placed on the raft of lens paper and floated on a serum in a watch glass. The rayon acetate rafts are made to float on the serum by treating their four corners with silicon that is kept on the plasma clot. The next method is grid method. As the name tells, it involves the use of stainless steel sheet in the form of grid, and on which the tissue of interest is placed in a culture chamber containing fluid medium. I have shown below in the diagram, the grids are placed in the culture chamber filled with fluid. The skeletal tissues are placed on the grid, but the soft tissues like glands are placed on the raft, which are then placed in the grids. And the chamber is supplied with the mixture of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Next type of culture is cell suspension culture. In this type of culture, a single cell can either be isolated from the callus or any other part of the plant, that can be a leaf or any other part, and then that is cultured on the liquid medium. And the culture is done by two methods, that is mechanical or enzymatic. The main principle is that the cells proliferate as an unorganized mass of cells. That means they grow in an unorganized way. The cells redivide to form a callus tissue, and that callus tissue also retains the capacity to regenerate the plantlets through organogenesis or embryogenesis. I have drawn the diagram for cell suspension and how it is performed. We have two methods, that is enzymatic and mechanical. The very first step is the same, that is the isolation of single cell that can be isolated from the plant organs like leaf or anything. So let's start with the mechanical method, that is grinding. We take a tissue sample and then we add it to the buffer medium. Then we obtain the fine suspension. Next method is enzymatic method, that basically involves the use of enzymes like pectinase and macroenzymes. The enzymatic method is more convenient as it is possible to obtain high yield from spongy parenchyma with minimum damage to the cells. The leaf tissue is treated with the enzyme pectinase and we obtain a large number of metabolically active cells. And these cells can be of two categories, that is in the batch culture or continuous culture. In batch culture, the cells are maintained in conical flask and incubated at the speed of 80 to 120 rpm. It has different types of batch cultures like shake culture, spinning culture and stirred culture. Next type is continuous culture. In continuous culture, the large culture vessel is kept dispersed continuously by bubbling sterile air through culture medium, and the old liquid medium is continuously replaced by the fresh liquid medium. It has various importance, like it can be used to obtain single cell clones. It can be used for improving crop improvement, helps in cellular metabolism, helps in studying mutagenesis studies, and it has various advantages as well. Like the whole plant can be regenerated, the nutrients can be continuously adjusted, and genetic transformation can also be performed. So in this lecture we studied about ovary culture, anther or pollen culture, organ culture and cell suspension. In the next video we will be studying about somatic embryogenesis, micropropagation and organogenesis. I have made the notes in detail, so do pause and study the notes, and if you find any difficulty, do comment and let me know. And do watch the next video for the remaining types of culture, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.